How does this make you feel? Excitement? Alertness? Passion? Anger? And this? Cool, tranquil, productive, sad, and now happy, cheerful, agitated, aggressive.
Perhaps in this short amount of time you felt nothing at all, but these are just some of the emotions that we can feel from different colours, and this can affect our mood and productivity. We may not even realise it, but when we're looking at certain colours, our brain turns these into feelings. With trading, we know that our emotions and our state of mind can have a big effect on our trading performance and how we react to situations in the market. So, the team and I thought that this would be an interesting thing to look into further as part of the search for more marginal gains in trading performance. You may remember a little while ago we did the same thing with the subject of music in trading. So today we'll take a look at colours. When I'm checking people's chart screenshots to give them feedback on their analysis, I get to see all kinds of colour combinations. But typically, they'll feature a black or white background with red and green candles, or sometimes black and white candles. The traditional colour scheme of green and red candles is commonly accepted. Green is for upwards movements and red is for downwards movements. But what if we question this? It's a known fact that colours affect our mood or can change our perceptions of things. But a lot of the factors come down to personal preference and personalities, as well as subconsciously linking colours to memories of experiences you've had, which can bring up similar emotions once again. So based on this, surely we should be finding something that works for us individually. But what if we don't just leave it at our charts? What about the colour of the clothes we wear while we're trading, and the colours we surround ourselves with at our trading workspace? As with many aspects of our mind, research can be very hit and miss since it's so hard to measure people's emotions and reactions. To a certain extent, large parts of our mind are a mystery. This of course leads to some disagreement among scientists, and in this specific area, some believe that there is not enough proof to connect specific colours to emotions. However, with that being said, there are still some universal psychological associations with each colour. So let's explore those. Although with colours we have three primary colours, yellow, blue and red, when it comes to our emotional linked colours, we have four psychological primary colours: red, green, yellow and blue. These colours, along with black and white, are known as opponent colours. This is based on something known as the opponent process theory. This theory suggests that our visual system interprets information about colour by processing signals in an antagonistic manner. These opponent channels are red versus green, yellow versus blue, and white versus black. These therefore make up the psychological primary colours, since any other colour can be described in terms of these pairs. The reason they're called opponent colours is because theoretically they can never be perceived together. For example, you can't get a greenish red or a yellowish blue. So leaving aside black and white, how do the four different psychological primary colours affect our mood?
Blue.
Blue is supposed to be a tranquil and cool colour, making us feel calm and relaxed. In fact, it has even been found to slow down your heart rate and blood pressure, so it is even calming from a physical point of view. This could be because blue makes us think of the sky or of water in the sea. Some research has found that blues and greys can cause increases in productivity, and some companies have even used this as their colour scheme for their offices because of this very reason. However, blue can also be associated with feeling down, hence the saying having the blues or Blue Monday. Perhaps stay away from the colour blue if you're having a particularly bad month in the markets.
Yellow.
Yellow is a colour that is often associated with happiness, cheerfulness or hope. and it's also associated with intelligence and an inquisitive mind. These sound like the perfect characteristics for a person, a happy, positive and optimistic person who's also intelligent and inquisitive. However, although these are positive emotions, yellow can also invoke irritation and anger. This could be because of the amount of light in the colour. The eyes have to focus that bit harder and it can put a lot of strain on the eye. So perhaps not the best colour to have as your chart background, but maybe a consideration for your trading room. Although not if you have a baby around, as it has been found that babies cry a lot more in a yellow room.
Red.
The colour red is associated with an array of emotions, from love and warmth to anger and danger. It can also mean power and dominance. Two psychologists, Russell Hill and Robert Barton from the University of Durham, started an investigation in 2004 to find out more about this colour and how it may invoke dominance. They studied different types of combat sports in the 2004 Olympics, where opponents were given either blue or red outfits. They found that when opponents were evenly matched, they were about 5% more likely to win when dressed in red. However, colour doesn't just affect the mind, it also affects the body. Red can increase heart rate and blood pressure and can cause excitement, which also means that too much red can also cause anxiety. Perhaps this compounds the emotions we feel when we observe a sea of red in the markets. However, these emotions are why red is used for danger signs, so keeping us on edge during those moments may be a good thing to a certain extent.
Green.
Green is a colour which a lot of the time is associated with nature because of the trees, grass and other plants, and this could be one of the reasons that green brings out a lot of feelings of tranquility and causes a calming effect. Many people also believe that the colour holds certain healing qualities. As we know, in the markets we want to be as emotionally neutral as possible, so being calm and tranquil is an ideal condition to be in. Of course, what we've discussed so far are just the primary colours. All other colours and variations also have their own emotions linked to them. There are positives and negatives about all the colours, and all of this just comes down to you as an individual. But essentially the colour spectrum is split into two halves, with the warm red type tones and the cool blue type tones. The warm tones, which include the colours like yellow, orange and red, can build excitement and warmth and happiness. But on the other end of that same scale, they can also build anger and frustration. The colours on the cool side, such as green and blue, can produce feelings like calmness and tranquility, yet on the other end of the scale can also produce feelings like sadness. The difference in these feelings can also come down to the tone or the strength of the colour. For example, a pale blue or green can be relaxing because of the association with the sky and the trees, but a dark blue or a dark green could produce feelings of sadness and loneliness. Many companies and entities use colour psychology in their marketing strategies to evoke certain moods or traits in people and subtly manipulate certain perceptions of a product or service. A study by Stanford professor Jennifer Aker called Dimensions of Brand Personality has shown the different ways that colours show a brand's personality when marketing. For example, blue could mean sincerity, while pink can mean excitement and purple sophistication. Interestingly, this also goes for different types of lighting to bring out certain moods and emotions in people. For example, in a casino, a lot of the time gambling will take place under reddish type lights rather than blue. This is because the red tone's increasing excitement is shown to make people gamble more and be more willing to bet larger sums of money. This is obviously something that we want to avoid doing in trading. On the other hand, blue lighting is used in a number of areas to bring down street crime. One of the places that has done this is Glasgow, where they found that after the blue lighting was installed, the amount of street crime reduced significantly due to the calming effect. A marginal gain of just 1% in one aspect of our trading can lead to a real improvement in profit for us over time. And the more marginal gains we find, the more significant the improvements will be. We've spoken about this before in a video and discussed just what a profitable improvement approach this can be. However, most traders looking for marginal gains will focus on the trading strategy itself rather than other performance enhancing aspects. Since we all know emotions can massively change our profitability for a day, it's worth checking that we aren't inadvertently altering our performance through unconscious decisions about the environment around us. When it comes to the colours we interact with, whether in our charts or around us, we need to be careful that we're using them in a meaningful way. We need to understand our own characteristics and find colours that will bring out the qualities we want without triggering negative emotions that we don't need. This is something we should consider for the room that we're in and the charts that we use. However, we can also make sure that we use colours to stimulate the correct reactions to certain levels on our chart. For example, if you just want to use lots of different colours for levels on your chart with no apparent reason, you'll still look at the chart as if each colour does have a reason or a meaning without even realising it, and this may confuse your judgment. Colours are useful when there are specific things that you want to have highlighted over others. If there's a level that you want your focus to remain on or a certain point in the chart, bold, vibrant colours will keep you drawn to this level or this area. By keeping other information in neutral or cooler colours, you won't distract from the main points that you want to see and you want to focus on. If colours are important enough for big brands to focus on and spend huge amounts of money researching, then it's also important enough for us to focus on as well and to tweak and change to enhance our own trading performance. So why not give it a go and then come back to this video, and please do let me know in the comments section what you managed to find out. If you like this video, I'd love it if you left a thumbs up, a little like, and then I'd recommend checking out our video on the best music for trading. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything in future. Thank you so much for watching.